Hi, Al. So, I saw this video. I guess it's a short or reel. I don't know what you call it on Instagram. I don't know the difference between stories and reels and that kind of thing. Well, it was I'll post it right there, by Kotobuki Sewing. I'm sure it was originally on TikTok. And it's a little adorable thing. And I'm all about the little adorable things. So I made this from it. And it's not designed for directional print, so there is a seam right there. Normally there wouldn't be. And I put my own, kind of looks like the Land's End bag, but I think this is a little bigger. This is going to be a gift. Pretty good for first try. Way bigger. And when I was putting it together, I really didn't have faith in it. It just didn't make sense. So I'm doing another one, and I'd like to try to, I don't think I'm going to sell them, but at least maybe show other people how to do it. Maybe. Or give them a proper pattern. Oh, and this is what I take to work at the quilt shops. My little projects. And I'm going to make the bag out of this. And I also want to upgrade the bag to something the size of the Trader Joe's tote. And not the little one and not the big one. It's the Halloween tote that just came out. These are the sizes of it. But I figured out, essentially, that's your pattern. Really simple. And if your fabric isn't directional, it comes together pretty quickly. And you have to trust the process. Okay, to go over the timeline. I made this. Incredibly cute snap. Fully lined. Adorable. But I picked a directional fabric. So that piece that I cut had to be cut in half and sewn together. So originally I cut out 11 by 12 and a half. 12 and a half ends up the two little bags. So the 11 ended up maybe shrunk by an inch. So when I'm using normal, you'll see that fabric that I had before. I threw this together yesterday. People were all surprised that I finished it, but very cute. Other things I didn't do, I folded over the top part twice, and you don't have to, because I didn't realize they sewed together. The inside and the outside, the lining and the outer are sewn together, so you don't have to worry about that. And I had flipped this little guy inside twice because I didn't realize those raw edges wouldn't show, so it's pretty gigantic. And this was originally a 13-inch piece, so I cut out the 12 from the 13, so I have lots of material left. I can make like 2 more of these at least, or maybe even 4 or 5. And the leftover strapping is this little guy, so that's the improvement there. I would like to add a zipper, but that's for another day. Yeah, because it joins up in a funny way. But the zipper would look really cute in this. So I'm gonna iron my fabric. All my fabric's pre-washed, and I always iron it. Is it the same ever? No, but you could always hit it with some spray starch. This is a new fabric at the store. Not sure why I bought 3/4 of a yard. But you can get away with a really small piece. Again, you only have to buy 13 inches. If you have a baby iron, that's a good idea. Because less chance of burning yourself the smaller the iron. I have a clover too, but it's too small for this project. And I'm going to swap this out. And I'm whipping out. It's not very straight, but that's okay. That's okay. Kind of wish I had a big table for this, but. And I'm whipping out the big guns. I love these big rulers. Because it'll do, I'm pretty sure, is it 12 and a half? I don't think so. Yeah, it's 12 and a half. So we got 12 and a half to 11. So down here, you can barely see it, but there's the 11. And from here to here is 12 and a half. So let's just shift this up a little. Just butting it up against the selvage up there. Be careful. It's hard to do this left-handed. And you hold, and you can cut out like one other piece here. Use it for your strap because, I mean, that's cute. I mean, this length is cute, so I might cut out two. And then maybe do another little loopy. Because you end up with two extra loop, like little bits like this. And I don't even know, I mean, I can always hand sew a zipper onto that. I don't know. I digress. Square this guy up. And essentially you're working with this like that most of the time. And you always have to keep a ruler nearby because you'll forget what's the 11 and what's the 12 and a half. So let's cut out our 7.5 inch pieces or 19 centimeters. Okay. There's our pieces. So we're going to iron those first. And we can mark the inside of this with a, since I don't know where I put the friction marker pens, I can use a normal one because this is all on the inside anyways. So we know that's, yep, there's your 12 and a half. So you can measure it down the middle. You don't have to, really, but... No, maybe I should be using that one. It's easier to see. That's your midway. I mean, it's good to know where this is for future. The important part is these lines. But that also sort of tells you where you're going. So this one is pretty much folded in half. Trying to make this a little faster. And you go an inch past on both sides. Very faintly. I didn't quite finish it. I mean, I don't have to when you think about it. Okay. Oh, well, you can mark. The last things I kind of want to mark are where the handles go, because it's a lot easier than eyeballing it, but I'll do that after I fold that over. Okay, so back to ironing. I'll do that in a sec. Okay, for this, you fold over 1/2 inch, and yeah, I should mark that, just because when I estimate it, it's never right. And you don't have to do 1/2 inch, you can do 1/4 inch if you're comfortable trying to iron a 1/4 inch. But I think I've been doing 1/2 inches. Let's go 3/4. We'll see how big it is compared. Ooh, on here you can't see it. So we'll go 1/2 inch. Oh, that's why. Okay. You know, while I'm at it, might as well do everything else. So you end up essentially doing it this way, which hopefully will fall on the line. It didn't, but then you come up an inch. So we're going to call this one the inch, even though it's off. I'm going to do it to the other side. It's scary how fast this comes together, though. Now, I made sure to measure this kind of, but I still don't even know if I got it, because this kind of throws it off. I figured out 7 3/8. So from this side is 1 3/4. Oh, yeah. And this is the time, if you want to add pockets to it, it's a good idea. Figure it out. Because that would be cute, little pockets. So half is 1, 2, so 3/4 is there. And then it's right there. And then the space in between is 1 7/8. 1, 2, 7/8 is about there. So you're going to sew these first. Then pin them. Like that. So it's time for the sewing machine. And it's 9 o'clock, so I can start making noise. Okay, we'll see how well this goes. This machine makes a lot of noise, and oh, and I'm going with the variegated thread I always go with. Oh, maybe I should do this first, huh? Makes it a lot easier. Yeah, it's gonna make a lot of noise. Oh. And this is bouncing pretty bad too, so we're only going to do this a little bit. And then we're going to do the other side. And now you have 2. There's your straps, but they're not going to be too long because they're exactly 7.5. Okay, now the first thing you do is you go along each one, but let us find those little marks and pin it. And then match that to the other side. And when you're all done, essentially, you've got my picture where it's like that and like that. So what you're going to do is run a stitch. Actually, you don't have to do it at the top because you're going to be doing that anyways. So do like 1/2 inch from like 1/4 inch. Yeah, I do 1/4 inch. But I gotta measure mine. I really probably need a guide too. So it's right after that little hole for me. But how big is my, I think I could do it more like there. Okay. So my goal is to do halfway between the notch that's in here and that one. And it should hold it down. Ready to go. That doesn't look, it doesn't look great, but it doesn't look terrible. Since I'm going so slow, that's why everything is, it's not a straight line, because I can't be that loud. And then I'm going to repeat it for the other side. Okay, I got both sides sewn. Here's where the weird magic happens. You do that fold, and then you follow the line. But try to match things. Try to. This time you're gonna backstitch. I should have backstitched at the beginning of this, but that's okay. Then next, match your ends. So 1/4 inch. It's easier to match if you start with it first instead of end with it. And I think 1/4 inch is right there. Corners, but only the top corners, strangely enough. I mean, why not? Doesn't hurt. Clip all the corners. Corners there. Maybe it'll give the bottom a different look, who knows. And we're done sewing for a while, so I'm gonna go back to overhead. Okay, now this is trusting the process. Since this is your outside and that's your inside. It turns into itself. It's already doing it. You could do a lining on this if you want. I mean, not a lining, but interfacing to make it stiffer, but the cotton is really firm. And essentially, that's already lined up. That will be lined up. Look at that. Now let's see if it matches my previous one. Here's the previous one. I did relatively okay. To rethink the numbers. But yeah, they're pretty close. Now all you have to do is essentially join the lining to that. Top stitch, I guess, is what they call it. So I'm going to do that. Now watch the humps. This particular foot hates humps. A little wonky, but absolutely adorable. And there you have it. You can iron it out if you want to. Use a thread you can't see, so it looks perfect. They're really easy to make. They're just so cute. I think easy to attach to a zipper if you want to. I'm probably just going to put, I don't know what I want to put on these. But yeah, there's the bag. Nice. Simple if you don't think too hard about it. And this is the present. Very firm because of the interfacing. It's cute if you've got a snap. If you don't decide to put a loop on it. I love these hooks, especially the G versions of them. Nightlight, amazing. Different sizes. The G is perfect for these kinds of things. But I don't have an extra G to give away yet. So this is someone's present because she loves this material, and there they go. So, thank you for watching. Thank you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up if you want to. Just watching it makes me happy because it's someone's paying attention. And I'll see you next time. Bye.